So I contact paper my soft cover books that I know are going to get a lot of use at the table, help protect them, or books that I really, really enjoy, and they're soft cover. I'm probably not going to sell them, even though I haven't before in the past. I've not had any complaints of someone who I sold the book to that they were like, oh, this has got contact paper. And of course, you can always take off contact paper. So this is clear, transparent contact paper. You can get it at many, many different stores and online. There's tutorials on how to put it on your books. And I didn't look at any of those. I just tried it. And I came up pretty much with my own way of doing it, which has kind of evolved over the years. I've probably done 100, maybe more books with contact paper. And it's something where I know that I'm going to do. And so I've gone through a lot of it, and you'll just get better as you do it. Here's Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. It's been contact papered, covered on the on the cover here, and you can see where it folds over on the there it is. There you go. You can see that it folds over on the cover. And this book in particular, it was starting to peel apart here on the edge. And this helped kind of lock it in with the contact paper. So that's not going to be a problem for that book anymore. Another thing it really does well, here's another book to show you. This is going to be the Call of Cthulhu Adventures in Arkham Country book. And, you can barely see that it's on there. There are occasional little tiny dots and stuff that you can see little marks from it, but it doesn't take away from it. And this is a smaller book, obviously, but it went quite well. You can see again where, if I can get it, where the flap, where it folds over here on the edge. There you go. And it's great, especially for a smaller book. When you open it up, it kind of pops. It's got more weight to it. It feels more sturdy. And another thing is on softcover books, sometimes you'll have where you've had a crease or someone's bent the book and creased it. It helps protect that crease from getting worse, maybe ripping, or it helps just kind of toughen up that area so it doesn't bend and move as much. So yes, I highly, highly recommend contact paper. So that's nothing crazy or anything inventive that I created. That's pretty much what it's for a lot of people. I even did the SAS survival guide, this little little tiny pocket version, and you can see it's been contact papered. Obviously, this is something that you want to protect, and it just gives it better feel, better weight. So that's one of them there. The other way that I protect some of my softcover books, which I've just recently started doing, is, and this is a little bit more expensive, even though I am a cheapskate, I do enjoy this for certain types of books. So what I use is a two-step method here, crystal clear bags. I get these at Hobby Lobby, and this is the 8 by 11. You can see the different bag size here. So that's the one you want to pick up for a normal standard book. And there is 25 bags in it. And you've got to cut off where the flap is when you're going to tape it down, because it has it's resealable, and these are for archiving stuff, paintings, pictures, stuff like that. And so this is really good stuff for protecting your books. But you've got to kind of cut off the back part of it, and I'll show you here on an actual book. Here is of Ships in the Sea for 2nd edition AD&D. So what I do is I actually slice off this top. Here, I'll open it up for you, show how it's resealable. I actually cut off the inside where the tape is. I cut off the top because if you don't, it's going to be too high up because it's not meant really for a book. Whenever you fold it down, okay. The other thing I get is you've seen these backboards for comic books. You can also get them for magazine size. And you're gonna get about 100 of them if you order them online, and that should do pretty well unless you have a huge collection. But this is a little bit more extravagant. It looks nice. It looks good up on a shelf. It's more sturdy. Here's a prime example. I'm going to show you how this book, which this is one of the more rare 2nd edition books. It only had a year print run, and so it fetches for a lot. So just me holding it, you can see how it kind of does if I just hold the book and how it bends. And you can see. So not fantastic, definitely on the spine here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together, put the book in. And it looks great on a shelf, especially when you got a whole bunch of them together in a row. And if you do it for comic books, I don't see why you wouldn't do it for some older role-playing games or just books you really like. Make sure you put it on the more shinier side of the two, because that's going to be the acid-free side. slide this in. I'm fairly incompetent right here, but I'm not in my normal station for doing this. So that slides in. You seal up the top. Now look at it. Look when you hold it. See? It's got that more protection. It's more solid. And it just looks good. That's all there is to it. So there you go. There's just two options. Obviously, contact paper would be the first thing I think you should do. And then if you've got another book, and like this book here, I haven't contact paper. Only certain ones are gonna do I contact paper. It matters how much, like I said, how much they'll see at the table. Sometimes if they have a certain design or something on the cover, it might not stick on there well, or if it has texture to it, that might not go well with the contact paper. But there it is, two different ways. I've even got some that are both. I've got like Forgotten Realms, the three deity books. I've got them contact paper because obviously players are going to need to look through that. And then I've got them bagged and boarded like this. So there you go. A couple solutions for you if you want to protect your softcover books. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.